how to choose that dream destination. What a great subject. But before we get started, I'd like to invite you to join my Facebook group, Second Half Travel Adventures. There's a lot of interesting places that we visit all around the world. So come join us. Hope to see you there. You'll find the link in the description and in the comment area. Thank you. Okay, our first book, which will give us a lot of interesting ideas of ways of seeing the world, because this post will be talking about the travel books that I use that get me excited about so many interesting and fascinating destinations all over the world. All of these are available on Amazon. A link for each book is in the description area. First up, Journeys of a Lifetime, second edition, 500 of the world's greatest trips. What a great title. What great subject matter. You will be amazed at the variety of suggestions in this book. So interesting to read because there are so many fascinating destinations presented. Many places I have visited, but many I have not. Perhaps the same will be true for you. This is a great resource if you are undecided about where to go next. So many choices of amazing suggestions for worldwide adventures. Reading this book provides an excellent starting point. Oh my goodness, if this isn't a favorite of mine, a book titled The Catch Me If You Can, One Woman's Journey to Every Country in the World. How amazing is that? A woman who had the privilege of traveling to all 195 countries on earth. Wow! She has to be one of the most fortunate people to have enjoyed this chance to experience all the far-flung corners of the world. This book gives armchair readers, the lovers of travel, a chance to experience these countries by walking in the author's footsteps. So many interesting and unexpected experiences. To me, that is the essence of the joy of traveling to a previously unknown destination. You never know what to expect until you get there. While reading this book, I found myself with a severe case of travel daydreaming. Highly recommended for all of those with an irrepressible case of wanderlust. The bucket list. This is the ultimate book for adventures of a lifetime ideas that span the globe. Readers will have a chance to be inspired and then choose which once-in-a-lifetime activities to include on their bucket list. Great advice, because there is plenty of information to give all of us reasons why to choose a particular destination. You will find very unique ideas in this book, which is exactly the reason I enjoyed it so much and am recommending it. Another plus, the book contains great photography to bring to life and reality those dream vacation spots. A chance to take a virtual tour by reading through the pages of this book, whether you want an adventure that is either big or small. So this is a very, very good resource. And oh my goodness, there are just so many magical places around the world. It's just so hard to choose. But anyway, there's a good book for you to read. Might help you out. Here we have one of my favorite things to do on a trip, and that is to, I guess you'd say, document my experiences. This book, The Art of Travel Journal, chronicle your life with drawing, painting, lettering, and mixed media. Document your adventures wherever they take you. Boy, that's such a great idea, because journaling is a very rewarding activity when traveling, because it chronicles those amazing minutes in time that you don't want to forget. This is a great activity for downtime while traveling. The book gives you tips on how to get started. This is really a good way to remember trip experiences, both big and small. And don't worry if you're not an artist. There are plenty of tips here for journaling that don't require being a Rembrandt of drawing. Journaling is really an enjoyable activity because it documents the travel experience in a way that photography does not. It never ceases to amaze me when looking at my own travel journals how much I have forgotten about a trip. A big smile comes across my face, recalling long lost memories. Well, if you have a sense of humor, this is a book for you. And of course, as all my followers know, I absolutely love African safaris. And this is a very humorous book that is just great fun to read. Whatever you do, don't run. True Tales of a Botswana Safari Guide. As you can guess by the title, the humor is plentiful throughout this book. There is nothing quite like an African safari. The book concentrates on the humorous side of that trip. From the book review on Amazon comes the following, and I quote, "No one could make up these outrageous but true tales. The young woman who rejected the recommended safari-friendly khaki color to wear a more fashionable hot pink ensemble. The lost tourist who happened to be drunk, half naked, and a member of the British royal family. Establishing a real friendship with the continent's most vicious animal. The Japanese tourist who requested a repeat performance of Allison's being charged by a lion so he could videotape it." God, that's hysterical. "And spending a crazy night in the wild after blowing a tire on a tour bus, revealing that Allison has a much good-natured scorn of himself." End of quote. Yeah, this author, Allison, has just such a great sense of humor and a love of life that is just permeates this book. The bottom line here is always something unexpected when a safari in Africa is taken, which is exactly why they are all so exciting. Next, we have a book called The African Safari, which is a serious book on safaris. This suggestion is a seriously great book. To me, an African safari is one of the most magical experiences of a lifetime. I told my husband if I only have one more trip to take in my lifetime, it would be on an African safari. Why are safaris so tantalizing to me? They provide a profound sense of adventure. Close-up sightings of wild animals that have been on planet Earth for eons, the spectacular beauty of the great wilderness savannas, and the exhilarating feeling that comes with being out in the middle of nowhere. Literally. When out touring the savannas in a safari vehicle, one never knows the sights to be seen around the next corner. This makes the experience mysterious and, of course, extremely exciting. To say a safari is a photographer's dream would be a total understatement. So the bottom line for all you travel adventurers is that an African safari can only be described as magical, the ultimate adventure odyssey. Read more about one of the greatest adventures on earth in this book. Destinations of a Lifetime. Wow, that's a great title if there ever was one. 225 of the most amazing places. Well, the title of this book says it all. Highly recommended if you are interested in amazing photography of destinations around the planet that will definitely give travel buffs some fabulous ideas. Reading this book is like taking a virtual trip. So many wondrous destinations to entice you. What I liked the most was reading about places never known before, like this guest house pictured on the cover of the book. You find a wealth of information about a great many destinations. Some of the most fascinating are the ones you never would have thought about, the unusual ones. So if you were not certain where your next adventure should lead you, consider reading this book. At the very least, you will have a delightful photographic journey around the world. So, my friends, that concludes my review of travel books for this post. I hope you've enjoyed this information and will get a kick out of reading some of these books, and hope that they provide you with endless ideas for your next trip. And remember this, the only trip you'll regret is the one you don't take.